जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन बल्लभा जय कुरपरधारी जय गिरिवर तारी जय जय गोपी जन बल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीरा बनचारी जमुना तीरा बनचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा शिला प्रभुपदा जय Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya. Prabhupada. Jai Ho Vishnupad Paramhansa's Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Ho Vishnupad Paramhansa's Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Anant Koti Vaishnavinda Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय. श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण श्री श्री राधा गोलोकानंद की जय. श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय. गिरिराज गोस्वामी की जय. गंगा माई की जय. जमुना माई की जय. तुलसी देवी की जय. भक्ति देवी की जय. सामवेद भक्तविंद की जय. हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय. प्रिय मृदंग की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhutta Shadya Gopati Prabhu Dasi Rupa Sata Sabachara Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhutta Shadya Sati Rupa Sata Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we're continuing our study of Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 60, and we're going to start today by verse 33, and we'll probably go, or we will go to verse 34. Babasar Shubham Pumsam Vikshanti Bhagavan Mukha Savritaha Saruchira Snigdha Pangena Bharata Babasar Rishabham Pumsa Vikshanti Bhagavan Mukha Savreda Hasaruchira Snigdha Pangena Bharata Babasar Rishabham Pumsam Vikshanti Bhagavan Mukham Savreda Hasaruchira Snigdha Apangena Bharata Babhasha Rishabham Pumsam Vishanti Bhagavan Mukham Savrida Hasaruchira Sarvishambhavura. Sarvishambhavura. Word for word meaning. Babasa, she spoke. Rishabham, to the most eminent. Pumsam, of males. Vikshanti, looking upon. Bhagavat, of the Supreme Lord. Mukham, the face. Savrida, shy. Hasa, with a smile. Ruchira, charming. Snigdha, affectionate. Apangena, and with glances. Bharata, O descendant of Bharata. Translation by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Smiling bashfully as she cast charming, affectionate glances upon the face of the Lord, the best of males, Rukmini spoke the following, O descendant of Bharata. And this I'm going to read Jiva Goswami's commentary. It says, she glanced at the face of Krishna, exhibiting the height of beauty and cleverness. Pumsar Shubha. He was Bhagavan, endowed with beauty because of his affectionate smile and drops of perspiration. She glanced at him in special way. Viksya, with glances moist with prema. Attractive with smiles along with shyness. Her smile was mixed with shyness because she had to make effort to show a proud smile. Oh Bharata, pay attention to this. You should understand this, since the conversation between the two greatest persons spreads the glory of your great dynasty. Om Jnana Trimandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunvitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Banopishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Tadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpataribhascha Kripa Sindhubaevacha Patitanam Pamnebhayo Vaishnave Bhayo Namo Nama. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Shuddha Krishna Jai Bhutle. Shrimati Gopal Shivasati Namani Prabhupada Sasatam Bhakti Sacha Charam Gatam Sadhu. Namo Shuddha Krishna Bhutle Shrimati Bhakti Hansami Tina Vinam Sasatam Garani Chani Nimi Shesha Suniti Pas Choti Tista. So we've been reading this chapter 60, where Krishna is teasing Rukmini Devi. He is in this mood, this rasa of husband, wife, lover, and one of the rasas of that mood is teasing each other. And it's partly teasing and then also getting upset and then making up. The big thing about it, this is not to tease and abandon, but it is to make up. And so Krishna has been doing that. At first he is just teasing. He's trying to get some kind of a reaction of anger or rebuttal in a similar way from Rukmini Devi. He wants to have a teasing back kind of a thing. Well, I'm teasing you, so you tease me back, or you show some anger, and then you go and be angry, and then I'll come in and make up. So that kind of a thing he's wanting. But Rukmini Devi is so full of humility and so full of humbleness for the Lord that she doesn't do that. She doesn't get into an argument with him. Instead, she starts feeling rejected. She starts feeling like maybe Krishna is going to leave me. And in that feeling, she is so overwhelmed that she faints. And that's when Krishna realizes he's gone too far. And he manifests his forearm form, then he picks her up, and then he makes up with her. He shares his feelings. And so he makes up. And then she is, of course, she's happy, she's satisfied. Her fear is gone. Yesterday, Mother Gopi talked so well about the whole concept of fear and how Krishna made Rukmini Devi fearless. So now, here, Krishna is, Rukmini Devi is looking at Krishna, and he's looking just so beautiful. He's got this beautiful, loving smile coming through his face. He's got drops of perspiration because he's been working at this. He had to work at making up. So, but she looks at him and she's like, so much love. And she's got this look of love, and by nature she's shy, so there's this shyness. And she just is just so happy to be in this kind of a mood with Krishna. And then she goes on. That's when she speaks now. And now she speaks, and she's going to speak for most of this chapter, actually. So we're going to read the next verse, which is 34. Shri Rukmini Uvacha Nanu evam etad arvinda vilocha nena yadvai bhagwan bhagavato at Shradishri Vibhumna Kwaswa Mahimini Abhirato Bhagvam Stri Adishat Kwaham Guna Prakriter Ajnan Grihete Pada. Says Rukmini, Devi says, Rukmini said, actually what you have said is true, O lotus-eyed one. I am indeed unsuitable for the Almighty Personality of Godhead. What comparison is there between that Supreme Lord, who is master of the three primal deities and who delights in his own glory, and myself, a woman of mundane qualities, whose feet are grasped by fools? Purport by disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Sridhar Swami lists the faults Lord Krishna has described to himself that he claimed disqualifies him from being Rukmini's husband. These include incompatibility, fearfulness, taking shelter in the ocean, quarreling with the powerful, abandoning his kingdom, uncertainty as to his identity, acting against ordinary standards of behavior, having no good qualities, being praised falsely by beggars, aloofness, and lack of desire for family life. The Lord claimed that Rukmini had failed to recognize these bad qualities in him. Now she begins to respond to all the Lord's statement. First, she responds to Sri Krishna's statement in text 11 of this chapter. Kasman Novavarsha Asaman. Why did you select these who are not equal to you? Here, Srimati Rukmini Devi says that she and Krishna are certainly not equal, for no one can be equal to the Supreme Lord. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti further points out that in her extreme humility, Rukmini is identifying herself with the Lord's external energy, which in fact is her expansion. Rukmini being the goddess of fortune. So, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur here says a lot. There's a lot in the Tikas, but we're going to read some and then read Sanatana Goswami's, I think, full. We'll see. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Rukmini here replies, O lotus-eyed Lord, that is true. I can never be equal to you. You are the Supreme Lord endowed with 6 opulences, the controller and the 3 gunas. And then Jiva Goswami says that in the second line of his introductory verse, Sridhar Swami mentions 3 separate faults in Krishna. His ignorance, not following normal behavior, and causing women to suffer. He also says further, he says, this Rukmini Devi saying, you are completely engaged in your own glory, most highly praised because of having the most blissful form, because you are Bhagavan, existing in the most excellent position. I, on the other hand, am endowed by nature with Prakriti, along with its faults of the 3 gunas down to tamas. She says, my feet are sought by Indra and other ignorant people, since I am the essential Lakshmi of the material world. So Jiva Goswami further says, though she is actually the Lord's Swarup Shakti, out of humility she identifies herself with her shadow expansion, Maya Shakti. Sridhar Swami clearly accepts that Krishna is the controller of Brahma, Shiva, and even Vishnu. In one meaning, she speaks in humility. You are engaged in your powers in your form of omniscience and beauty as Bhagavan. What am I? Though I am a Shakti intrinsic to your Swarup, because of possessing Shakti, I am secondary Shakti called Prakriti. Then Sanatan Goswami in his Tika says, I'm not suitable for you. What you say is true, but you are Bhagavan, filled with respect. This is certain. Why is it certain? You are filled with unlimited powers. Vibhubna. You have lotus eyes. I cannot compare in beauty to even one of your limbs. What to speak of having similar beauty in all limbs. This is further explains. You are completely absorbed, Abhirata, in your own uncommon greatness, your bliss, because you are the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan, and the ruler of the three deities. I'm just a woman, dependent, interested in material happiness. These three terms were Mahimane, Abhirata, Bhagavan, and Triyadisha should be explained as contrary to her. Aham Guna Prakriti and Agnagrita Pada. Or Bhagavan can refer to Bhavan. Thus, Sve Mahim, Abhirata, and Triyadishata are paired with Guna Prakriti. Or you manifest glory by combining power and astonishment simultaneously in one action. So it gets technical. And then Sanatana Goswami quotes Srimad Bhagavatam 2:7-26, where Brahma says, Krishna, with skillfully bound up hair, whose method of attainment is unknown to men, had made his appearance to relieve the earth of the suffering because caused by the armies of demons, and to relieve the devotees of their pain of separation, will perform activities whose sweetness will hide his powers. And then Rukmini Devi is saying, this is possible because you are endowed with unlimited astonishing powers, Bhagavan, and you are the Lord of the three worlds. I am one princess from the southern province of Vidarbha. I am a piece of matter with material qualities. So, Rukmini Devi is basically turning the tables on Krishna and saying, well, you're right. I'm nothing. And because I'm nothing, I'm not suitable for you. There is no comparison between you and me. The way she turns this around, it's almost like she's using the same arguments that Krishna is making, showing himself to be unsuitable for her. And she takes the same arguments and turns it around and shows Krishna that she tries to show Krishna that she is unsuitable for him. So we can see that you can have the same discussion, same argument, same things, but different people can see it differently. And it's the same for Krishna's pastimes. They're unlimited pastimes of Krishna. But different people see those pastimes differently. People like Shishupal see them as fallen, low-grade, degraded pastimes. And then devotees of the Lord see them as everything so beautiful, so loving, so attractive. But it's the exact same pastimes. Shishupal hears about all these leelas of Krishna, and he says he's a thief. He goes into the gopis' houses and he steals from the gopis. So he becomes very critical. And, he's like, what kind of a person is this? He doesn't even have the basic principles of social etiquettes and ethics. He feels like this because Acharya says he's envious. He's got an envious nature. And a devotee who's surrendered to Krishna, who's actually sees Krishna as the loving Lord to be loved, he sees the same pastimes as sweet, wonderful pastimes. So sweet, so special, so mother. But we have the both sides of this as well. Like within us, we have the envious nature, and sometimes we have little loving, aspiring devotees kind of a feeling. So we as human beings can have both. And we, depending on the amount of these qualities, we could be critical of Krishna, which we see a lot of in India. Because people don't recognize Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they're critical of his behavior. They see, just like Shishupal, they see the stealing of the butter as a fallen activity, rather than the exalted activity that devotees see. So it's like we have to kind of get to that stage. We see that when we love someone, we see mostly their good qualities. Okay? We tend to ignore their faults. And the more we love someone, the more we appreciate their good qualities, and the more we can ignore their bad ones. And that's part of how we need to be behaving with each other. We need to love each other so that we can rise above each other's faults and fault finding and see the good in each other. So the same pastimes of stealing butter, the devotees relish it because we know this is the activities of the Lord of the universe. And we can see the sweet rasa in there. There is a rasa in the gopis' complaints to Yashoda Maya. They go to Yashoda Maya and they complain. We don't know when your Lala comes, when he comes and steals our butter. You need to stop him from stealing our butter. Says, I've tried everything. I tried to stop him. He doesn't listen. Another one says, well, I used to keep butter on the floor, on the lower levels, on the shelves, but he used to always reach them. So I started hanging it. And your Lala is just way too smart. He's just way too cunning. He just brings things, pots and other things from the room and climbs on that and reaches. Then the other one, another one said, well, I have even stopped removing the pots and stuff. I put nothing in this room and I just hang it in the middle of the room. And your Lala, he just gets his friends to climb on top of each other and he climbs on top of them. And he reaches and he takes the butter. And then one says, well, actually, one day I just didn't make any butter. So that got your Lala very angry. He went all over the house looking for the butter. He didn't get, he couldn't find any butter. But then he saw my little baby sleeping. And he pinched him so hard that the baby woke up and started crying. And he said, well, I'm punishing you for your mother and father's mistake. Now, when we think about this in a material context, we see this as a bad behavior on the part of a child. But when Krishna does this, I really don't know what it is about it that makes us relish it so much. Obviously, as our Goswamis tell us, as our acharyas tell us, it's that reciprocal rasa that makes us enjoy this. Sometimes even in this material life, the little children's little naughtiness, you can't but stop, but laugh at them or enjoy them. But to Shishupal and other envious people, this person is the worst. He's got no sense at all. So, but Krishna wants to show himself as low to Rukmini Devi. So she's giving all these, he's saying, I'm low, I'm fallen, I don't, But she loves him so much that in spite of this kind of behavior, she is, her love is even more enhanced by him criticizing himself. She's actually meditating on it and giving a rebuttal about how he's not this way. So this love that a devotee, every devotee, or actually every human being has love for Krishna. Some of us may be fortunate enough to have the blessings of somebody like Srila Prabhupada, that we can at least know that it is there. We may or may not recognize it in ourselves. But because of Prabhupada's mercy, we know that this is there. And we see that in the pastimes he shares, in his writings and everything. And in this love that is in us is at different levels. In some of the devotees like Srila Prabhupada, like of course Rukmini Devi, when there is some fire of love in, like it's like a wood, like there's fire. And if you blow at a fire that is established, it'll become more. And that's how the love is there in devotees who actually love Krishna and have realized the love. But then there are people like me who may have a tiny bit, just tiny spark maybe, not just smoke. When somebody blows it that hard, it goes out, it snuffs out, it's blowing. So it's very easy to blow that little spark of love off in difficult times. But Krishna is so kind to his aspiring devotees that he tries to shelter them. And it's only the elevated devotees that get the big difficulties. You see, Srila Prabhupada had so much difficulties. And the more difficulties he had, the more he was able to spread the love of Krishna. You know, material difficulties in traveling across the world, dealing with the most considered at that point the low, social or low community who was really into all the bad behaviors and bad things in life. But he was able to share his fire, his love, which kept on becoming more and more that love, and he was able to share. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, in chapter 21 of Madhya Leela, Lord Chaitanya talks about the opulence of Krishna and his beauty and everything. And in 99, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, I just thought it'll be nice to read a little bit of this because we'll recognize Krishna's beauty and how his understanding his pastimes creates love in us. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was describing the opulence and spiritual potencies of Krishna in this way he's been describing, there was an awakening of love of Krishna within him. I mean, he's the supreme lover. Lord Chaitanya he's Krishna and Radharani, and who's the supreme lover. And he's already loves Krishna so much. But just listening and talking himself about the opulence, his pastimes and everything, his mind became immersed in the sweetness of conjugal love, and he quoted the following words from Srimad Bhagavatam. To exhibit the strength of his own spiritual potency, Lord Krishna manifested a form just suitable for his pastimes in the material world. This form was wonderful even for him, and was the supreme abode of the wealth of good fortune. Its limbs were so beautiful that they increased the beauty of the ornaments worn on different parts of his body. So it's not that the ornaments decorated Krishna who decorated the ornaments. Ornaments became more beautiful because they were worn on Krishna's body. Krishna has many pastimes, of which his pastimes as a human being are the best. His form as a human being is the supreme transcendental form. In this form, he is a cowherd boy, he carries a flute in his hand, and his youth is new. He's also an expert dancer. All this is suitable for his pastimes as a human being. So he is so kind to us as human beings. He sends us down here because we want to be. So he fulfills our desire. But then he comes himself and has all these leelas, all these pastimes, so that we will develop love for him, rekindle that love for him. And ultimately, that's the feeling that Rukmini Devi is sharing here in this pastime. And I think we have to stop now. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Radha Golokananda ki jai. Krishna Rukmini ki jai. Thank you. Thank you.
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Enam Kanvandam Maravindanalayatasham Varhavatam Samasitam Buddhasundarangam Kandar Agom Vidamaniya Vishesha Shobha
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasa Sakalen Priya Priti Manti Pasyanti Panti Kayanti Giram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Goya Koramore Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Goya Koramore Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Doya Koramore Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Doya Koramore Doma Bina Kedayalu Jagat Samsare Doma Bina Kedayalu Jagat Samsare Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatara 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 Mosamapatita Prabhu Napaibeara Mosamapatita Prabhu Napaibeara Ha ha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Ha ha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Ha ha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Aha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Kripa Balokana Koro Ami Boroduki Kripa Bolokana Koro Ami Boroduki Doya Koro Sitapati Advaita Gosai Daya Koro Sitapati Advaita Gosai Doya Koro Sitapati Advaita Gosai Daya Koro Sitapati Advaita Gosai Tava Kripa Bale Pai Chaitanya Nitai Tava Kripa Bale Pai Chaitanya Nitai Ha ha Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunath Aha Prabhu Dhanotana Rupa Raghunath Aha Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunath Aha Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunath Bhatta Yuga Shri Jiva Prabhu Lokanath Bhatta Yuga Shri Jiva Prabhu Lokanath Doya Koro Shriya Charya Prabhu Srinivas Doya Koro Shriya Charya Prabhu Srinivas Doya Koro Shriya Charya Prabhu Srinivas Doya Koro Acharya Prabhu Srinivas Ramachandra Sangamage Naro Tamodas Ramachandra Sangamage Narottammodas Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Doya Koramore Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Doya Koramore Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Doya Koramore Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Koramore Jaya Gornitai 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 Haribo 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo 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 Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Haribo 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo 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 Nitai Gaur Jaya Radha Golokananda Radha Golokananda Radhe Jaya Radha Lokananda Radha Golokananda Radha Jaya Radha Golokananda Radha Golokananda Radhe Jaya Radha Golokananda Radha Golokananda Radhe Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Radhe 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 Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Srila Prabhupada ki jai Shri Shri Gornitai ki jai Shri Shri Radha Golokananda ki jai. My dear Lord, please be merciful to me, because who can be more merciful than your Lordship within these three worlds? Your incarnation is just to reclaim the conditioned fallen souls, but I assure you that you will not find a more fallen soul than me. Therefore, my claim is first. My dear Lord Nityananda, you are always joyful in spiritual bliss. Since you always appear very happy, I have come to you because I am most unhappy. If you kindly put your glance over me, I may also become happy. My dear Advaita Prabhu, husband of Sita, you are so kind. Please be kind to me. If you are kind to me, naturally Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda will also be kind to me. I pray for the mercy of Swarup Damodar, the six Goswamis named Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Bhatta Raghunath Goswami, Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, and Lokanath Prabhu. I, Narottam Das, pray to the merciful Srinivas Acharya, and I always desire the company of Ramachandra Kaviraj. Jai. Srila Narottam Das Thakur Ki Jai. And we are having Harinam on Saturday in Chapel Hill. It's going to be 70 degrees and sunny, 2 to 4. There's a basketball game that day, and they'll all be leaving the arena around 2 or 2:30, so we should have lots and lots of people there. So please come on Saturday in front of the post office on Franklin Street in Chapel Hill. Chaito darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam Anandam buddhi vardhanam pratipanam purnamrita swadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtan Bhakti Tatrapitani amrita smarane nakala Ekadrishita vakripa bhagavan mamapi Durdaiva midrishami hajjani nanuraga Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi suhishuna Amani namanadena kirtaniya sadahari Nadanam najanam nasundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye Mama janmini ishvare bhavatad bhaktir ohaitaki twai Ainanda tanujaknikaram patitam mam vishame bhavam buddha kripayata vabada pankaja stita duli sajashim vachintaya nainam galashu daraya varanam gadgadrudaya gira pulakarnishitam vapukada tavanamagrahane bhavishyati yugayatam namishena chakshusha bravashayatam Shunayatam jagat sarvam govindam virahena me ashlisha vapadamritam banastumam adarshanam marmahata karotuva yatatatava vidadatu lampato matprananatas sa eva napara. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and a conditional life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. Oh, my Lord, congregational chanting of your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you've invested all your transcendental energies. They're not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. Oh, my Lord, out of kindness,